nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two. Are you ready?
Welcome to Hardway Wrestling. It is Suplex Saturday. Good morning, boys. This is our Saturday morning cartoon version of Hardway Wrestling.
Yes.
Beneath me, I have the Hanna-Barbera of our group. It is Scotty, two bodies. Right?
All right.
To the right, we have the Bugs Bunny. Is it my right or your left? My left. My left.
Your other left.
I'm pointing right at you on my screen. We got the Bugs Bunny. We got Tricky Ricky. Wait a minute. And down below, the second generation sensation, the tannest man in all the land, Brian Hardy.
Yeah, and you can't teach that, boy.
Hey,
You.
no, you can't teach internet issues. So, did you guys watch Saturday morning cartoons growing up?
Oh, heck.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your Scotty? What was your under 30 seconds or less? What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Muppet Babies, Garfield and Friends, reruns of Transformers because they had stopped by that point. G.I. Joe, reruns of G.I. Joe. Like, I mean, DuckTales, like, you name it.
Scooby-Doo and Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, that's another. Ghostbusters, that's another one. Yeah, like, I was all about.
Brian, was there Saturday morning cartoons when you were when you were growing up, or was that past your time?
Yeah, there was. We were at the tail end. We were like Bobby's World and stuff like that. So
There you go. That's another classic.
Oh, Bobby's World. Okay.
yeah.
It was a lot easier to wake up drunk then and watch Saturday morning cartoons with a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Unlike you guys, I didn't watch a lot of Saturday morning cartoons because I played sports. So I was on a soccer field somewhere, or a baseball field, or a basketball court, or out chasing rats at the age of 10. So exactly, he's darker. He is dark than that green. I tell you that self. So what's Brian? You're tanned up today because you, sir, have a show, an ATCW show
Tonight is the night. Carneysville, West Virginia. You better be there and be square. Brian Hardy, the second generation sensation, defending the ATCW Heavyweight Championship against Ishman Martinez. What's your best issue impression, Jason?
What's my best? Oh, issue impression. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I lost.
Yeah.
That's my best issue impression.
There you go.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Oh,
That's not,
What's he doing?
I don't have quite the hair he has.
yeah.
There you go.
We need to get you a nice what was that boxing promoter? Don King. We need to get you a Don King wig.
Yeah, we could do a little Don King. Good morning, chat. Facebook is alive. No one on YouTube yet. Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. You know what? I loved Rockin' Wrestling too. I did like that. I loved Andre the Giant. None of the voices ever really matched up correctly. Yep. But yes, I loved Rockin' Wrestling too. What else? Sorry, buddy. Hint. Oh. What about the match against Ish? Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. I promise you that. They are going to. If you're coming to the show tonight, still plenty of general admission ticket seat left. I think there's a couple front rows left. I think that's pretty much all sold out, but there's some general admission tickets left. If you're coming to the show, please don't hesitate. Go ahead and get your tickets now, because we've had a couple shows where we ran out of chairs. Like we just did not have enough chairs. So, and you don't want to be that guy standing, right? So you want when Ish wins today. I mean, when Brian wins today, or whoever,
Yeah,
you want to make sure you're there, front row or second row or third row to see all the action. So it's going to be a good show.
Well, no, Jason, you also didn't explain that in the Ish versus Brian Hardy match, the winner not only gets the ATCW belt, but Brian Hardy's kidney stones at the same time. So,
it is possible
Correct.
that Brian passes a kidney stone in the ring.
One or
That's true.
one or two of them chops, it might knock his sideburns off.
Yeah, I hate. Yeah, Brian, you're in for it today because Ish is tough dude. Ish is tough dude. This might be your toughest opponent to date at ATCW. So we're gonna see.
Yep, not taking it lightly. He doesn't seem like a pushover.
No, and you're not
going
gonna say, "Hey, man, I need you to do this." He's a not gonna work for me type of brother. So it's gonna be an interesting match. Brian, are you on Wi-Fi right now, per se?
I am. Am I freezing
so
up again?
Choppy, we could take you and have rice made out of you. So yeah, you're hooked up. Okay, we need to work on your Wi-Fi situation. Owen!
I think
he's watching.
He's on here. He's on here.
Fix the Wi-Fi, dude.
Yeah, fix the Wi-Fi. Owen. If we lose him in the middle, we lose him in the middle. All right, all right. A couple topics. We're not going to keep everybody today. It is a great Saturday morning of wrestling. Again, ATCW tonight. Doors open at 6:30. I think doors open at 6:30. Show at 7. Promise to be a banger. Your champion Brian Hardy will be there. Yours truly, Jonathan Cross, will be there. Probably, most likely, opening up the show. So,
hopefully, Hardy's moving faster than his internet connection.
I'll tell you what, he might get double. He might get a count out here in a minute. So, last night, Braun, I'm gonna give you this. Every time he takes some great still photos. Because that last one was. We can just get your voice is ahead of schedule, but your body's not, which is basically my life. So, anyway, Braun Breaker signed a contract with SmackDown last night. He's officially on the main roster. We all know that he and Baron Corbin are tag champs in NXT.
Thank God.
We'll see what that is. They won that this week. They beat the family. Hey, I didn't see it coming. Nobody got whacked.
Family got whacked.
So moving him up to the main roster. What does this mean for him and Baron's NXT run for tag champs, Scotty? What do you think?
Honestly, I still think it's going to be a good tag run for them because I think, Braun's going to be busy. He's going to be pulling double duty on SmackDown and on NXT, but I don't think it's. I mean, look at the schedule that his dad and his uncle used to run back in the territory days. I don't think it's going to be a challenge for him to do both shows. And give us some good quality content on both. So yeah, I'm not worried about it whatsoever. I don't think they're going to put the tag titles on Braun and Baron Corbin and not give them at least a few 3 or 4 month run with those belts, as well as and knowing that they were going to bring Braun up to SmackDown. So I think they're going to keep it going.
I would bring Baron Corbin up to SmackDown with them. Let them run their tag titles together. Keep them on the same show. Let them be tag team on the main roster.
Brian, what do you think here? What are we doing with these tag titles down at NXT?
That's a hard thing to say, but I do think that Braun Breaker to SmackDown is fantastic.
Yeah. I honestly, I think they're just transitional champs for the next group or whoever they decide to make champion. I think it's awesome that Baron Corbin is finally getting some sort of run. There's not many guys that go down to NXT and get like a reboot and come back up. And Angel Garza and what's the other dude's name?
Humberto, or where the fuck they chopped his name down to now.
Humberto. It's not too many guys that come up and get a reboot. We'll see what happens with Garza and Berto. But I think this is awesome for Baron Corbin. Or what are they calling him? Is it just Corbin? What are they calling him? Are they calling him Baron Corbin?
I
think
still
so,
think
yeah.
he had both names. Vince didn't strip him of one of his names before he left, so.
We do not invoke the name here. We don't. And there's some news on Vince. I don't know if you guys caught that. There's some more news on Vince. We'll get into it on Monday for sure. Once
I think I
get
called it.
some more information on it. But anyway, I think it's all from awesome for Baron Corbin. I love to see Baron come up. And maybe, honestly, they lose these titles at NXT because of something Braun did or Baron did, and they bring them up on the main roster because these guys have had bangers against each other at NXT. So could be Braun's first test on the main roster versus Baron Corbin. We know Baron's got lots of experience on the main. Viking Pirate Corbin, the background of the Viking ship. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if they know exactly what they're doing with his gimmick or if he's got a gimmick or
I still wish, even I like Bald Corbin, but I still wish they'd go back to his original gimmick, the Lone Wolf. That was, I think, one of my more favorite versions of him because it really it set him up. It made him something. It made him look like something. Just keep that weird hairdo he had back then off, but other than that, like get him back
the
to
last time he was relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
This.
Well, I think he was losing his hair. I think he was losing his hair and it was just stringy, right? I think he was holding on. He finally let go. We all do it at some point. Yeah,
I don't think I'm ever gonna let go. My hair.
You're going to be a Q-tip head for a long time. Brian's still holding on to his due as long as he can. By the time he's 40, though, we might see an old Hulk Hogan look out of Brian Hardy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that getting hawked up in the ring. Yeah.
Hey, just remember the sideburns will never go away.
Yeah.
That might be the only thing he keeps. Hey, they're looking pretty fresh too.
Thanks, brother. They feel fresh.
Yeah, the wife trimmed them up quite nicely.
Yeah.
Like that. All right, so yeah, Braun's on. So Braun's up on the main roster. Who would Scotty? Who would you like to see him face right away?
Oh God, there's so many. I don't right away. That's a tough one because
Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens.
Yeah, there's a good one. Yeah, no, actually, that does make a lot of sense. I'd love to see Braun versus Kevin Owens.
Right.
What I'd like to see in the future is I'd love to see Braun versus Gunther because I think that would be absolute phenomenal. But yeah, Kevin Owens is a good one. I don't know. I can't if he wasn't U.S. champion, I'd like to see Braun versus Logan Paul. That'd be an interesting feud right there. So yeah, there's a couple of names for you.
Yeah, do we have any powerhouses on SmackDown that he would match up well against? Because I think that's where it is with him. I think that Braun is not a high flyer. He will do some flips and that kind of stuff every once in a while or dives. But
he
is a jackhammer. Like this guy is 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And the good thing now with it being WrestleMania season, we're seeing a lot of like brand crossovers. So we got people going on both shows.
Yeah. Hardy, who would you like to see Braun?
He took it right out of my mouth, honestly. Logan Paul. I was like right away, that would have been a really good match for him. I don't know if I would want to see him against Kevin Owens necessarily, maybe down the line, but definitely a Gunther match would be cool as well.
Tony Lowe says heel AJ.
Yeah, I think I agree with Deuce there. I think that that putting him against somebody that if we're gonna make him face, which I feel like that's what they're gonna do in the beginning, they're gonna make him face. It's too easy to make him heel, right? I mean, he's already got that heel persona. So put him against AJ immediately. AJ is going to work him because AJ is like, I think honestly, AJ might be the best worker in the WWE.
Yeah,
put him against Braun and put him to the test immediately. So, and maybe Braun shows up at AJ's front door and visits his wife like Samoa Joe did.
Yeah. Brian, maybe you'll know this, or maybe Owen, if you're watching, you'll know the answer to this. How many times were the Steiner brothers babyface?
A lot.
Yeah,
They
I was
were,
gonna say, I think
it
the
was
whole
pretty
early
much
part
their
of their
whole
career.
WWF run.
yeah.
And even their early WCW days, everything was babyface all the way up until probably about 98.
Yeah, when
Okay.
Scott turned on Rick.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't remember them being heel at all, right?
I don't remember Rick being heel ever.
Yeah.
I think Scott turned heel.
Rick
Yeah.
was fun to be a heel.
That's what I thought, and the reason I bring that up is just because, like you were saying, Jason. You say it's easy to turn Braun heel. I don't necessarily think so because, in my view, they tried to go heel with him after the whole feud with I think it was Carmelo, and it just wasn't as good. Like he's a good heel. Don't get me wrong, but he's not. Like he's better as a baby face, and I think that's the Steiner trait, which is why I was asking, because I was like, I'm pretty sure majority of their time they were baby faces, and I think that's going to fit the majority of Braun's career too. I think he is, he's got that Steiner persona where he really sticks out better as a baby face.
Are you saying Scott Steiner was a better face than a heel? Cannot be the big booty daddy. The big booty daddy was the better was the best heel.
On his own. He was a good heel, but I feel like he's got more. Braun's got more of his dad in him than his uncle. Like if you look at Braun, he's better suited to being the baby face. He's got that dog face grumbling attitude in him. He's not built quite like his uncle to be that heel yet. Now he could get there. Don't get me wrong. He could get there. But I just, at this point, I don't see him being as over as a heel. I don't see him being a good heel yet. Give him time, he might be able to do it, but I think he's better as a babyface as of this point, and I think they should stick with that for the foreseeable future. I agree with you. Scott was a good heel, but I don't think he's built like his uncle. He's better built like his dad.
Facebook saying somebody says that Rick was heel in Varsity Club.
Varsity Club. That's true. I forgot about that.
That's a good pull. Hey, by the way, if you're on YouTube, I know we got some viewers on YouTube now. Please go like and subscribe. We did pick up. We've had a pretty good week of subscriptions, if you ask me. So if you're just tuning in on YouTube, or listen, even if you're on Facebook, if Facebook is a private group, if you want to send it out to your friends, only send it out to the people that are wrestling fans. I mean, you can send it out to everybody. I'm good with whatever. The more numbers, the better. But we want them to be able to interact. So we don't want don't send it to your cousin Nancy, right? Who's not a wrestling fan. She likes to quilt. We don't do quilting here. Right? She's not going to enjoy what we do. So
unless it's a wrestling.
Probably not going to enjoy what we say either.
Yeah, most likely. So if you have some relatives or friends or family that love wrestling and really toned and tan dudes, this is where you need to be. Make sure you go, and we'll approve them. Also, YouTube. Thank you so much. We have a lot of new people today, and I'm sure they're gonna be over there. Make sure you comment. Let us know you're here. Tell us, give us your thoughts, good or bad. If you don't like us, tell us. But make sure you hit the subscribe button in the meantime. So anyway, So Braun, I agree and I don't agree. Scotty, I really think that Braun is a natural heel. He is if you watch his persona, he's a better talker than his uncle, if you ask me, and he's only going to get better. So, but yeah, Braun Breaker, I think he's going to be awesome. Elimination Chamber was finalized last night. We have Kevin Owens, L.A. Knight, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, and last night the one and only Logan Paul makes it in. So
that's a hell of a lineup
set for next Saturday, right?
Saturday morning, 5 fucking a.m.
I'm
Good
up.
news for me is I'll be at work.
I'll be up. I'll be
at
up.
work.
Most likely we'll be live. I might live stream. while it's on. So,
Well, I'll
'cause
join you when I get home then.
you'll join when you get on. Okay, that'll work. Elimination Chamber set. Predictions, Brian Hardy, on who you think's going to come out of this Elimination Chamber. Winner of this faces Seth at Mania.
Maybe.
I want it to be. I don't know if it's going to be, but I want it to be L.A. Knight.
Gotcha. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Maybe.
I read something that they're thinking about doing a double duty, maybe with Seth too, and doing the a tag team match with Cody and Seth against Rock and Roman.
Ooh.
Yeah, I could see that happen.
Like that be a night 1 match, and then I guess they both defend their titles on night 2.
Well, I guess it's on. Well, okay. Well, why would they run this Elimination Chamber?
Well, yeah, they're gonna still have the title match, but I mean, maybe on the double duty for Seth.
Yeah, I think that I think Seth's going to be a factor in that Bloodline story somehow, but I don't think it'll be till after Mania. I really think I think it's going to pick up after Mania for them, and we'll get into the Bloodline stuff here in a minute. But Scotty, who would you like to come out on top here?
Well, I agree with Brian. I don't think it's to me. I don't think it's the time for him. I would love to see LA Knight get it, but the thing with Seth is that if he's truly injured and is going to need to take time off at some point, he's going to have to drop that belt. And as much as I love LA Knight and as much as I think he needs a title right now, he's not ready for that world heavyweight title just yet. He needs to be U.S. champion, Intercontinental champion, somewhere in there before they bring him up to the world heavyweight picture, just to establish him. He's established, but to establish him as a championship contender by giving him another belt to push up there. So I like Seth with my thought is that maybe he's going to drop that belt. So if anybody, it's probably going to be a Randy Orton. I mean, I think that would be the next call, is give the belt to Orton and let him run with it for a while, and kind of build some stuff up that way. So yeah, I'm going to call Randy on this one.
All right, Ricky.
I want it to be Orton. I want to see Orton eventually break that record of Flair.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre.
Gotcha.
I honestly
Brian?
think it's going to be Drew, and I think LA Knight's going to be feuding with AJ Styles still going forward.
Brian, who you got here?
You already said.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I stuck to LA Knight on that one, but I mean, do I think he's gonna win? No. Do I want him to win? Yeah.
Marvin's saying that Marvin's in the house. He's saying Randy Orton. Tommy is saying going to be Drew. Yeah.
Hey, you're able to read who sent the messages now?
No, I pulled the Facebook up. Yeah. Oh, you can do that. I'm good with that. We'll let you do the chat, so I don't have to jump back and forth. I'm going to tend to agree with Tommy. I think they're doing a lot here with Drew. I believe that Drew has re-signed a contract, which I am still working on trying to figure out what it is, but I think he has re-signed.
Get the hell off my computer.
Mr. Puppers wants to pick too. So I'm definitely leaning towards Drew. I actually think it comes down to Drew and Bobby Lashley.
Ooh,
Final two. So I'd like to see that.
I wouldn't want that. Like, I like Drew, and if Drew gets it, that's good. But Bobby Lashley, he has not been presented in the last several months as, like him and the freaking Street Profits have kind of been like the
feuding with AOP and
that's who they're feuding
Cross. So
yeah, so I don't know. Ugh. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's going to be at 5:00 in the morning next Saturday, so I will definitely be awake for it.
I will be asleep, and I will watch the reruns later.
It won't be finishing my work shift, so whether I'm there or home,
Brian, you and I will be up. Brian, we'll be up. We'll be up ready to go.
I was
Brian
gonna
would be
say,
like,
I literally sent him a message earlier, like, "How are you awake right now?"
yeah, I've been on vacation this week. My sleep schedule is a hot mess. A hot mess. So I think I stayed up till like midnight last night. We had people over. So I stayed up, I'm yawning thinking about it. I stayed up till midnight last night and got up at 6 something. So yeah, and I don't go back to work till Tuesday. So I'm sure Monday night I'll be like Monday at 6 o'clock or 6:30 when I usually go to bed, I'll be like shaking like, oh my God, I can't sleep. This is gonna be when, oh my God. So anyway, what are they saying in the chat? Drew wins it. LA Knight sets up a feud against Logan Paul and then Chamber for Mania. Hey man, I tell you what, I would absolutely be down for a LA Knight Logan Paul WrestleMania match.
Oh,
That was
heck
pretty good.
Love to
Absolutely.
see that. I'll join at 5. Yeah, please join. Please join. All right. Last topic of the day, because it is, and we're moving right along here. Bloodline. Is the Bloodline stronger than it's ever been right now? Guns up. That's
With The
like
Rock?
guns up. Guns up. If you guys didn't see it last night, SmackDown, The Rock came out towards the end of the night. I guess it was the end. Yeah, it was the end of the night.
Yeah.
Rock in his $1,000 shirt, he cut the sleeves off, so it's only worth about $750.
yeah.
Probably couldn't get his arm through the damn sleeves.
yeah, he's gotten a lot bigger since he wore that shirt originally. So
I don't know. Did you? Yeah.
Oh, there goes Hardy.
Did you get a chance to? You guys got a chance to watch the video, right? You got a chance to
Yeah.
watch the
Yeah.
Was it me or was Rock? Did Rock talk way too much?
Yeah, and see, that's the part of the problem, and something that Brian Last has been saying on Cornette's podcast about how Rock is going to talk himself into this heel position, not by being a heel, but just by having crappy material and talking too long. And the material wasn't but
I was dying when he said he'd slap the herpes off that fat guy's face in the front row.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you that they are doing. I don't know if it because that they're is there a different rating for wrestling now, or that I'm missing for? Hey, there's Brian back. I can move.
Well, they dropped the PG shit like months and months ago, I think.
Yeah, the Rock was on something last night because he was really getting into the ass of that crowd last night. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. Called it. He said, "Keep it down over there, fatty," while I'm talking. I mean, this is Attitude Era Rock at its finest. So, and this is absolutely what we need. And I love that they came out in the beginning and the Rock congratulated Utah for having the highest building sellout number in SmackDown history. I don't know who that was a dig towards, but Tony, you might. I didn't go to Tony's tweets last night to see if he heard it.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. That place was absolutely packed last night. So
Yeah.
But The Rock was on something last night. So what did you, Scotty? What did you think of The Rock?
Again, I agree with you that they talked too long, but the material was good. I mean, it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst he's ever done. But no, like they're really leaning into it, and honestly, the way they played this ever since the backlash happened with Cody, now that they're leaning into it, it's honestly like it's again, like they find ways. WWE has found a way over the course of the last year to keep people interested, and I am still honestly shocked. Like, I thought they were going to cool this whole thing with Cody off so fast, and then nobody would want to see this at this year's Mania. And now that they brought The Rock in, and again, and I kind of like it. in my head, I kind of like I go back and forth on the conspiracy theory. Did they mean to do it? Did they not? Did they like, all right, we're gonna do this and we're gonna piss everybody off to the point where they're gonna backlash at us, so then we'll turn this into something else. Like, you kind of like I go back and forth on the conspiracy theory on that because it's just like it feels so natural that if they did this on accident and they just pivoted into it, amazing. If they did this on purpose, even better. I don't know. I love it though, and I do love heel Rock. I love the promo they cut last night. I The only thing I will say is, as much as I love the Rock, I would want Heyman cutting a little bit more promo than the Rock. Again, Rock's one of the greatest talkers of all time, but so is Heyman. And I think that they can't have Rock come out and talk all the time. They need, like, Heyman is the second biggest shit stirrer in this company, in my view. They need to have Heyman come out there and really get the crowd even more worked up, keep Rock and Roman off the TV, like, in the sense of don't overuse them so that they're just like, it becomes boring too quick. Get Paul out there a little bit more and really like have him talk more people into the building. Not that they really can for WrestleMania because it's already sold out, but you know what I mean. Like, talk more eyes to the product. So that's
Well,
all. That's
I'm gonna tell you. You watch Heyman in the background while The Rock is talking, and he's making faces. And
yeah.
he looks surprised sometimes. I feel like we're headed towards we're gonna push Paul Heyman out of here because we don't need him. We got the true head of the bloodline, The Rock, as our mouthpiece. What do we need? An advisor.
Well,
What
True.
do we need Heyman for?
at the same time, I think what's going to happen is that there's going to be a come a moment where, like, again, if they build this the way I hope they build it, where they're going to start to build heat between Rock and Roman, just little pieces of heat here and there, and building to that WrestleMania match where they end up, something happens, Rock costs Roman the title, and then it's now Rock Roman, and it's and then there's going to be that element of, if they start to turn Roman babyface, he doesn't really need a manager, but they've still got to work Paul out of it. So, they've got to find a way to get that to work. And honestly, again, Rock, one of the best talkers in the business, Paul Heyman, one of the best. I would love to see those two at some point do dueling promos against each other and just watch them. Like,
No, Heyman will destroy him. Heyman doesn't write anything on his hands.
oh, I know. But
And I don't want to see Roman turn face. He was awful as a face.
Yeah. Eventually we're gonna get face. We're gonna get face Rock. I mean face Roman. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. This whole bloodline thing is gonna end with a Rock and Roman. That's how it's gonna end. I think. So
yeah.
no more Disney endings, or I have a big announcement crap. let's hope not. Let's hope not. He's not doing anything he hasn't done in the late 90s, and that's what works. He knows what we like and need. That's exactly right. I mean, I think one thing, I'm a toot our horn a little bit. One thing we do is we are not cookie cutter at Hardway Wrestling. We talk. We just talk. We talk like normal dudes talk about wrestling or about whatever. And we don't really pull any punches. Sometimes we're foul. We try not to be as foul. But sometimes we say things, and that's just how guys talk. It's locker room talk. And The Rock is doing that right now. And that is, people might boo that. He said it last night. You boo me, but you like it, right? You boo me,
Yeah.
you know it's true, right? You can boo all day long, but you love me. You're here to see me. So Rock is a LA Knight ripoff. That's true. That's true. And we're gonna get a face off between The Rock and LA Knight at some point too, where they're double eyebrowing each other.
So also Ethan Cross also commented, Rock
Oh,
turned
That's
Rock
my
turned
son.
Roman
That is my
Wrestling.
son, by the way. You be respectful.
So, but yeah, Ethan said Rock turns on Roman at Mania, which I think could happen. I honestly think that
I don't. Not too soon. Too soon. They're
Yeah.
they're playing the long game. Remember, they're long gamers. They're long
Eh.
gamers. So, anyway, I enjoy this iteration of. I think Jay joining back with the Bloodline would be awesome again. I don't know. That's what I want to see. I want to see the whole Bloodline.
Jay's not. I don't think Jay's going to rejoin.
Yeah, I mean, probably not.
I don't.
Probably not. When's Hell in a Cell? Can you see The Rock, Roman? Can you see this group right here versus Cody, Jay?
Survivor Series.
Or Survivor? Is that what it is? Survivor Series? Or
Yeah, War Games.
War Games.
That's not
honestly,
until
that would
be after SummerSlam.
like honestly, like I would love to see to end it all. If you want to talk about building, long game building, they build this, they build the intensity, and they find maybe not at Mania, maybe they do have a Hell in a Cell. Rock versus Roman in a Hell in a Cell match. To finally end it all and settle who's the leader of the Bloodline, who's the head of the table.
We are a long way from that type of thing happening.
Oh yeah,
you don't got to worry
be a
about that.
Paul Heyman on a pole match.
Yeah.
I would definitely be down for a Paul Heyman on a pole match.
Yeah. Well, you can only do that if you have Buff Bagwell as the referee, because he had his mom on a pole, so
Ew.
I bet that I'm not even going to go there. All right, again, happy Saturday morning. I'm glad you guys could join us. That's pretty much it for us here at Hardway. Maybe we do this on Saturdays. What do you guys think? Do you like Saturday mornings?
I mean, as long as I'm out of here before 10:30.
Man, it's gonna be hit or miss for me.
Yeah, gonna be hit or
I
miss.
got off at 5 a.m. this morning, and I was home at 4:57.
I like it. And you probably slept all the way home.
Yeah.
Man, I was jacked up when I got home. I was pissed off from shit at work, and I didn't think I was gonna fall asleep. And as soon as I hit the pillow, I was gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit! I actually might close my eyes for 30 minutes. I'm starting.
Sorry, I'm closing mine for another.
I wasn't tired. You guys start talking about it. Damn it.
I'm closing mine for another 3 or 4 hours at least.
All right. Well, for those who are coming, by the way, t-shirts are in. T-shirts and jackets are in. I will have them tonight at the ATC. And take a drink. I will have that at the ATCW show tonight. If you paid me, thank you. If you did not pay me, fuck you. So I will have all that stuff tonight. Just make sure you come see us at the table. Hardway Wrestling will be there tonight at ATCW. Getting pictures with the belt. The belt will be there. Jonathan Cross will be there, and these two sexy boys will be there too. So we'll see you guys next time
On the hard way.
Peace.